What is up, champs? Dunkmaster Jax here, back with another League of Legends informational video, and today we're going to discuss the Masteries on the PBE currently. So the patch is not out yet on live servers, so I kind of wanted to discuss this, and I know it's been like a couple weeks since this has been released, but I'm a bit late on this video, so I apologize for that in advance. But let's get started. First, I'm going to talk about the Ferocity Tree. So, what has changed in the Ferocity Tree? Well, it's really just Tier 2, Tier 3, or not Tier 3, Tier 4, and Fervor Battle. That's all that has changed. So yeah, Fury, go to on Jax still. Definitely go for the attack speed. If you're going AP Jax, then I guess Sorcery's fine, but personally, I go Fury. So what has changed in Tier 2 is not these two, Feast and Exposed Weakness are still here, but they actually added this new mastery called Fresh Blood, which grants you additional damage on your first basic attack against a champion, and it has a 6-second cooldown. So I think this is going to be really valuable on Jax because you're going to reapply it every once in a while. So like if you're trading in lane, it's going to be nice. So personally, I'd go this or Feast if you're in a really hard lane matchup. But yeah, definitely go Fresh Blood. Really consider that. Next, Vampirism, Natural Talent, same things. Natural Talent is my go-to most of the time to be more aggressive. Vampirism, of course, if you go in for a trade and then you can heal up before going in for another trade, that's fine too. And if you have a hard lane, then Vampirism is going to probably be more valuable to you. So it's really your choice. So what has changed here in the Tier 4? Well, what has changed in the Tier 4 is Bounty Hunter has been buffed, actually. I think it used to be 1% per champion you have killed, and now it's 1.5% increased damage for each champion you have killed. So that's going to add up to like 7% if you get 5 kills. So that's going to be very nice. Well, actually, wait. Technically, I think it would round up to 8%. So yeah, that's a huge buff, like 3% extra damage. So I would actually really consider taking this because your late game is going to be phenomenal, especially if you're getting kills. Like if you know what you're doing on Jax, if you're split pushing and bringing people towards you and killing somebody for like a 1-for-1 or something, or a 2-for-1, or I don't know, like if you do that, like you're going to scale with Bounty Hunter, and then eventually you're just going to be harder to kill because you're going to deal so much more damage. So I think Bounty Hunter is honestly a really good choice now. And I always would go Bounty Hunter before, but this is a huge buff. So now they put Double-Edged Sword in the Tier 4, which is really interesting because they also changed it a bit. It used to be like 2.5% additional damage and take 1.5% additional damage, but now it's deal 5% additional damage and take 2.5%. So this is obviously like an early game changer, and for bruisers, this is going to be kind of iffy, in my opinion. You're going to deal more damage, so on Jax that's going to be nice, obviously, but you're going to take an additional 2.5% additional damage. So that's really, like, since you're going to build a bit tanky, you're going to lose a bit of survivability. So it's kind of a trade-off. So I'm not sure if I'm feeling this as much anymore. I still like it though, but honestly, I would probably go Bounty Hunter over this. And Battle Trance is the new mastery. Gain up to 5%. Well, gain up to 5% increased damage over 5 seconds when in combat with an enemy champion. This is going to be good because you're going to be in combat over 5 seconds, I'm sure. So it's going to be pretty valuable. And again, this is like more safe than a double-edged sword is, but it eventually falls off is the issue. Whereas Bounty Hunter, as long as you're getting kills, you're going to get increased damage. So, personally, I don't know. Like, I'd probably go Bounty Hunter. I'd definitely go Bounty Hunter. But yeah, let's get into Tier 5. Nothing has changed here. Just go Battering Blows. Or if you're going AP, go Piercing Thoughts. So, for Keystones and Ferocity, the only thing that has changed is Fervor of Battle. And Warlords is like the only thing that might be worth talking about, but it's the same thing still, and Warlords just isn't really that great on Jax in the first place, so I don't really want to discuss that. I just want to touch on Fervor of Battle. Hitting champions with basic attacks generates a Fervor stack. 2 for melee attacks. Stacks of Fervor last 4 seconds, max 10 stacks. Increase your AD by 1 to 6 for each stack. So this is a change because you're increasing your attack damage, but you're losing like the on-hit damage that it used to grant per stack. It also has more stacks on it. It used to be 8, now it's 10, so that's going to be an extra auto attack. So really not that great of a change in my opinion. It's going to buff your leap strike damage, it's going to buff your counter strike damage, and it's going to buff your ultimate armor. But other than that, it's a nerf overall for your DPS because your auto attacks aren't going to deal as much damage, and it's going to take longer for you to actually stack it up. And I believe they actually nerfed the duration. I think it used to be they last for 6 seconds, and now they only last for 4 seconds. So, that's a nerf right there, in my opinion. So I'm really not feeling the Fervor of Battle anymore. So I just take all those points out, and I look at Savagery, and I look at the Cunning tree, and I just say, oh my god, the Cunning tree looks amazing. So same 2 Keystones right here. Well, not Keystones, Masteries. Wanderer, if you want to get around the map a lot. I don't know, like if Jax players really like to do that. Like if you're jungling, I can understand, but personally, I just go Savagery wherever, because faster clears, easier CSing, it's just nicer. But Wanderer is not a bad choice. If I'm going Jungle, Runic Affinity still, or Assassin if I want to deal more damage in lane, we're just going to make a lane build right now. So, Merciless still the same thing. Okay, now this is where things have changed. Tier 4, Greenfather's Gift. It gives you 3% bonus damage. Okay, what does it do exactly? Stepping into brush causes your next damaging attacker ability to deal 3% of your target's current health as bonus magic damage. So that's going to be pretty nice. Like if you're in lane and you're actually using the brush, as long as this cooldown is off cooldown. Well, as long as this is off cooldown, you can just go into the brush and then you can reapply it like whenever. And so yeah, like in the jungle, this is going to be really good too. But if you're looking like laning presence, like Bandit, you're going to get more gold for trading and missing minions and stuff. So I mean, Bandit's still a solid choice for laning, and Dangerous Game is just always a solid choice. So this is really like a personal preference choice in the tier 4 in my opinion. I don't know, but I'd probably go Bandit and lane still. I don't know. So precision has changed, and this hasn't changed, but you should always consider precision when going into Cunning. Precision is now lethality instead of armor pen, which is like the new assassin update thing. Basically what lethality is it what is it? It basically outscales armor pen, so late game you're going to have more damage and early game you're going to have less damage. So that's all the change really is. But there's like a certain formula to it, and I think it like outscales or like evens out at level 9, and then eventually it gets better. So I don't know, I might do some math on the channel soon, but I don't really want to get into that for this video. So I really think Thunderlords is the way to go now, hands down. Since you're going to build like a bit of hybrid items, like Gunblade is going to be in your build, and you're still going to have like a Trinity Force and whatever item you need. I mean, it's going to scale with your attack damage and your ability power, plus you get the base damage from it, so that's going to be really nice. This is going to help you in the early game a little bit too with short trades, and it's going to have a shorter cooldown as the game goes on, so really not a bad Keystone in my opinion. But really, it's up to you. Like, Fervor is still a solid choice. It really synergizes with Jax's kit still, so I'd still consider Fervor, but we'll have to see. So now I'm going to get into the Resolve Tree discussion. Nothing has changed in the first tier of Resolve. I would definitely go Unyielding. It synergizes with Jax the most. That's my personal preference, if anything, in Resolve. If you're trying to have a healthier early game, Recovery is fine, but personally I go Unyielding. So Siege Master is actually a new mastery in here, which you gain 8 armor magic resist when near an allied tower. So this is nice, like if you're having a hard lane and you need to turret hug. But if you're doing that, then I don't really enjoy that mastery in the first place. So I would probably go Tough Skin if I'm laning, and Explorer if I'm jungling. So I would definitely go Tough Skin. We're saying this is a laning thing. So Veteran Guards, Runic Armor, nothing has changed. Insight, Perseverance, nothing has changed there, but they have added this, Fearless. And you gain 10% plus 2 per level bonus armor and magic resist when damaged by an enemy champion for 2 seconds. This is actually a bit game changing. But at the same time, Insight is so valuable that I'm not sure if it's really that worth it. You're only going to have this for 2 seconds, but that 2 seconds can make a difference. So yeah, I mean, as long as you have items that can synergize with Fearless, then this is going to be a really solid choice. But I would definitely like pair this with like the Titanic Hydra Trinity tank build, if anything. But Insight, I think, out of anything, is like the best choice overall, especially if laning, because shorter cooldown on teleport, shorter cooldown on flash, just so valuable. So nothing has changed here. Swiftness, definitely go to on Jax. Slow resist, tenacity, just so valuable. So the only keystone that has changed here is they actually remove Strength of the Ages, which sucks. As a jungler, I hate that. But they replace it with Courage of the Colossus, which you gain a shield for 10 plus 10 per level, plus 7% of your max health for each nearby enemy champion for 4 seconds after hitting an enemy champion with hard CCs. So Jax's stun is going to proc that, which it's nice, but it has a 30-second cooldown. So it's basically like Thunderlords. I still think like this is going to be like really good if you're going like a tanky Jax build, because you're going to build like health with a tanky Jax build anyways. So really solid. And plus, the more I think about Fearless, the more I realize how good that is actually, because you gain 10% plus 2 per level bonus armor and magic resist when damaged by an enemy champion. So with your ult, that's going to be kind of crazy actually. So it's really up to you. I mean, I definitely need to test these, but this is just like first look impressions and what I think you guys should probably go for. If you're looking for being more of a threat in combat, if you're looking for team deathmatch, then I guess Fearless is better. But if you're looking for like split pushing and stuff, I'd definitely go Insight. But yeah, in my opinion, I definitely think the way to go is this, and then like this. I think this is the setup that will be really good. And if I don't go 12 in Ferocity, I would probably go like 12 in Resolve and keep the 18 in Cunning, because I think 18 in Cunning is going to be very valuable. But I think with the 12 in Ferocity, it's just going to synergize a lot more for your damage. Like, if you're looking for extra damage and stuff, then I mean, if you're looking for super potent damage, this is the setup you want to go for sure. Probably go double-edged sword. You won't be as tanky though. But if you're looking for like a super potent damage build, this is the way you would go, like 12-18 like this. But if you're looking for like scaling, Dangerous Game or Bandit, either one, and definitely Assassin, Savagery. Yeah, I don't know. It's really iffy. I really need to test some things, but these are my impressions on the Masteries on the PvE right now. And remember, guys, these are subject to change, so these probably aren't going to be the final thing for Season 7. Riot will balance things out, and they will nerf things. They will buff things that need buffs, and they will change things they believe should not belong. And so yeah, just don't expect all this to go through for the final season, or for Season 7. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. I read all the comments. I reply to every single comment I can. Leave a like if you did enjoy. If you disliked, tell me why, and I'll reply to you in the comments. I always look for feedback to improve my channel quality. And as always, have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, champs.
Surprise! I'm back. It's the greatest Grandmaster of lanes, smashing in brains. Gold overflows like capital gains, irrational prey. Stand up, get whacked in the face. You know I'm blowing out champs like classical games.